Bob's journey to Mercury. The year is 2243. Bob, a young explorer and colonizer, is preparing for his most ambitious mission yet, a journey to Mercury to explore the possibility of establishing a new colony. Bob has already colonized the Moon, Mars, Venus, and Europa, but Mercury is a different beast altogether. It is the smallest and closest planet to the Sun, with extreme temperatures and a harsh environment. But Bob is determined to succeed. He knows that Mercury has the potential to be an asset to humanity. It is rich in resources, including water ice in its polar craters. And its proximity to the Sun makes it an ideal location for solar power generation. Bob's journey to Mercury begins at the Moon colony. He boards a sleek spacecraft and blasts off into the solar system. After a few weeks of travel, he arrives at his destination. Bob's first task is to find a suitable location for a colony. He uses his spacecraft to survey the planet's surface. Finally, he locates a spot near one of the polar craters. The area is flat and has access to sunlight and water ice. Bob begins construction on the colony immediately. He uses robots and drones to build the necessary infrastructure, including shelters, power generators, and water processing facilities. Once the colony is established, Bob begins to explore the surrounding area. He discovers a variety of interesting features, including ancient lava flows, impact craters, and even a few active volcanoes. Bob also discovers that Mercury is home to a variety of unique life forms. He finds bacteria and other microbes living in the polar ice caps. He also finds a few species of plants and animals that have adapted to the harsh environment. Bob is excited by his findings. He believes that Mercury has the potential to be a thriving colony. He envisions a future where humans live and work on the planet, mining its resources and generating solar power for the rest of the solar system. Bob knows that there are still many challenges to overcome. Mercury's extreme temperatures and harsh environment will make it difficult for humans to live there permanently. Bob will need to develop new technologies and strategies to protect the colonists and ensure their survival. Despite the challenges, Bob is optimistic about the future of Mercury. He believes that the planet has the potential to be a valuable asset to humanity, and he is determined to make his vision a reality. Here are some of the challenges and consideration for a Mercury colony that need to be overcome. Establishing a colony on Mercury would be a challenging undertaking. The planet has several unique characteristics that would need to be addressed, including the following. Extreme temperatures. Mercury has the hottest surface temperature of any planet in the solar system, with temperatures reaching up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit on the day side of the planet. Colonists would need to be protected from these extreme temperatures, either by living in underground shelters or by wearing specialized suits when they go outside. Mercury's thin atmosphere and lack of magnetic field provide little protection from the sun's radiation. Colonists would need to be protected from this radiation, as well as from micrometeoroids and other hazards. Mercury is a very dry planet with little water or other resources. Colonists would need to develop ways to recycle and reuse resources, and to mine water ice from the polar craters. Despite these challenges, there are several potential benefits to establishing a colony on Mercury. The planet is rich in resources, including water, ice, metals, and rare minerals. Mercury's proximity to the Sun also makes it an ideal location for solar power generation. Bob plans to overcome the challenges of establishing a colony on Mercury by using a combination of existing and new technologies. He plans to build underground shelters to protect the colonists from the extreme temperatures and harsh environment. He also plans to develop a new water purification and recycling system to ensure that the colonists have access to clean water. Bob also plans to mine water ice from the polar craters. This water ice can be melted and used for drinking, cooking, and washing. It can also be used to grow plants and produce food. In addition to water ice, Mercury is also rich in metals and rare minerals. Bob plans to mine these resources and use them to build the colony and to produce goods that can be exported to other planets. Bob is also developing new technologies to protect the colonists from the sun's radiation. He is working on new materials for spacesuits and other protective gear. He is also developing new ways to shield the colony from radiation. Bob is already planning his next adventure. He is interested in exploring the outer planets of the solar system, including Uranus and Neptune. These planets are also challenging environments, but Bob is confident that he can overcome the challenges and establish colonies on these worlds as well.